Welcome back, or welcome to Glowing Hour. We're your hosts, Sam and Mel.
Taking it slow.
Taking it slow. It's what helps, to be honest.
You know, that's what they taught us in like presentation courses or whatever. Just to slow down, stop rushing.
It's like instead of saying
just
pause.
stop.
Okay.
It's really hard to do.
It really is.
The pauses feel 10 times longer than they are in real life.
I used to think that it made me like look dumb.
Because like you're thinking.
Yeah.
God
forbid she thinks.
Forbid there's a thought in that head. How dare they?
Anyway, to maybe some who think we don't think much, we enjoy pop culture.
Right.
And we're going to just do like a little cute recap of like what's been going on, what I have been finding,
what I've been finding,
Sam has going on her feeds.
Yeah, everyone's algorithm is different.
Yeah.
It's true.
So one big thing that I quite haven't found the lore of.
Right.
Take it away, Aspen.
Aspyn Ovard. Also, we're drinking.
Oh.
We forgot to have a drink last Glowing Hour. Our apologies. We're having rosé.
Rosé. It's a dark rosé.
Very dark rosé.
That's yummy.
Anyways, yeah, I like it. It is giving fall.
It is.
Anyways, so Aspen, if you guys don't know who that is, she's basically a beauty YouTube influencer. She started when I think she was 14 or 15 years old. Mm-hmm. She was on the same vein to me as like Bethany Moda, Claudia.
She wasn't as much on my radar, but like it took me a while to remember her. But once I did, I was like, yes.
I'm trying to think of like other like Utah girls, because she's from Utah, but basically whatever. I've been following her for a really long time. She got married really young, so I was fascinated by that. She's I think like a year older than us, so we're about the same age. And I was just like, oh my god, this girl got married, she's having kids, she's buying houses, she's starting a clothing brand. So this was like the lore of her for the past maybe like 10 years.
So crazy that we have like followed some people
somebody
for
grow
that long.
up. Yeah.
Did you hear my pants rip?
Was that what that was? I did not hear that. I mean, I heard it, but I didn't realize it was your pants. Yeah, no, it's crazy watching someone grow up, but then also feeling like you don't know them at all. And I think that's where I kind of got on a personal level with her. I unfollowed her like
for a while,
2 years ago. Just because the content wasn't resonating for me anymore. I had nothing against her. I just was like, she's like married mom in Utah. Like I have nothing to relate to. Like she doesn't talk about any of her like day-to-day struggles or like anything that I can find to like grasp onto that's relatable for me. So I unfollowed her. And then I found out she was getting divorced and I immediately followed her back.
Relatable.
No, actually somehow that was enough for me, because like I care about the girl, like grew up with her essentially, which is like so weird and not real at all.
And also it's the same marriage, right? Like,
and it's the same guy that she was married to.
That in itself is like brings back the lore of like what happened.
Whoa, I used to watch your Q&As.
Yeah, like you want to know?
Yeah, I want to know. Sorry. It's a very what is it, like parasocial relationships. Like it's very weird. And I don't even take it to a weird level. Like there's people who take it to that level of like, you owe me something or whatever.
Okay, I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah, we can't get into that. But anyways, so she did not announce she was getting a divorce. It was leaked, I think in like February of this year, that she was getting divorced, filed for it. And on the same day, she posted on Instagram that her third child was born. And so people were like, what the fuck is going on? You filed for divorce. And also
your third kid was just born.
Your kid was just born. But in reality, she waited a few weeks to post about her baby. So like the baby had been born. Like it wasn't literally the day she had the baby she filed for divorce, but it was like a month later or something. So like still definitely like drama, interesting. Like people are fascinated. But yeah, so then that was kind of the lore. She didn't speak on it, but I followed her because I was like, I'm gonna wait till you slip up and say something, girl. And I started watching her YouTube videos again religiously. I was like, give me the tea, which I feel like she slowed down in general. Like she genuinely stopped kind of being a creator a little bit, which is probably why I was like, okay, why do I follow you? So she started posting like vlogs. She's moving to California, and I was like, and I follow her sister, her little sister.
That's so interesting.
And I think she's a year younger than us. So like we're right in the middle of her and her sister. So it just feels very like you're us. You could be like one of the girlies.
One of the girls, yeah.
Yeah. And
one of the girls is getting a divorce.
Yeah, one of the girls is getting a divorce. And she's also friends with JC and Chelsea, who like we
Yes.
So like, and Delaney, like they're all friends. It's so interesting. But anyways, so she moved to California, which everyone was like, okay, but did your man come? Like, what's going on? Like, are you divorced or not? And then she went on the Pretty Basic podcast.
Oh, she did.
She did.
I need to watch.
You need to watch it. And she was like, I'm not going to talk about like my divorce. Like all I'm willing to share right now is that I am now a divorced person. Like, and that I'm moving forward through that. And she's like, there's nothing like really to share that I think is necessary. Like, I'm a very private person, which she always has been, pretty private. And her like rep, so to speak, is like that she's a very quote unquote bossy person, or like controlling, or likes to have things done her way. Relatable. And now she's kind of being like, and so what? Like, I like things done a certain way. And also like, she kind of throws shade at her ex-man and is like, well, when the other person doesn't do it at all, I have to step in and do it myself. And I was like, oh. So yeah. Yikes. The latest lore. So the Pretty Basic podcast came out, and I think that like ignited some fire for her. And then apparently, I don't know what came out, nobody knows, but something came out in the divorce that pissed her off for like 3 days or something, and she went all crazy on TikTok. And then like the next day she was straddling him on a TikTok, and everyone was like, babe, I can't keep up.
What is happening?
Literally, what is happening? So no one knows what's happening really, but that she's like obviously amicable with him. And she also said he is not gay and he did not cheat on me. Like, those are not the things. She's like, also, I would never out somebody or post about it like this, in this manner. Like, that is not okay. This is not what it's about.
So why is she straddling him?
But why is she straddling him?
Maybe it's not him.
I mean, the video of her hugging him that just recently came out.
That looked like him?
That's him.
Oh.
No, that's him. That's for sure him. And it's very, very, very interesting. It's very, very interesting. I'm obsessed. And for me, also, she's like admitting like, I'm really struggling. Like, this is really hard, and the only thing that I find joy in is making these silly, stupid little videos. Period. And I'm like, well, period. And then she was like, I'm donating all the money I make off my TikToks to Florida, like to their hurricane relief or whatever. That. Right. I'm like, okay.
Wait, you know what?
We love that.
I also saw is like the candy salad she made with her sister.
Yes, the trauma one. Which one? Which part hit for you?
Just like the whole like her dad's funeral,
right?
All that.
See, like no one knew her dad died, which like no one needed to know.
No one needed to know, and then someone fucking blasted it.
Yeah,
so weird.
Putting the obituary is very odd.
Oh, another thing is like her sister also apparently has already come out, but it's just funny. Like, she keeps posting about how she's possibly like
queer. Or
it's just, she's interesting.
She's so interesting, right? That's what I was saying. Like the Aspen.
I also love to see like a droplet of queer in a very fucking hetero, like
her world has been very hetero.
It's very hetero. Like, all of her friends are very hetero. Like,
yeah, I mean, her sister's not, so
right. But that's what I'm saying.
That's her little like, it's okay.
It's her little edge.
Yeah.
But now she's like joining in on the edge, and I think it's interesting.
No, I'm really loving this for her. And prior to like all of this, and my opinion means nothing. Like, I'm not saying anyone should live any differently, but her life was very private to the point where I personally couldn't, like, the way I connect with people online or whatever is by there being some sort of like factor drawing me into like relatability. Yeah. Like, I typically don't just follow a girl that's like, here's my pretty life. I'm like,
typically not. Yeah.
Typically not. There are exceptions. There's totally exceptions, because I'm jealous and I want their life or whatever, but or I'm manifesting, whatever it is. But like, yeah, typically I'm like, give me something. And she was not giving me any piece of her life, which is fine. People can absolutely live that way.
Yeah.
But it wasn't for me. And now she's like, I'm on antidepressants. I'm maybe queer, and I've been drinking for a couple years. I'm like, what?
How do we get here?
Where has all this been?
I think this is also like so smart for her to do, because like maybe she is private, but like at this point she's having so much buildup that like, if she were like, I'm coming out with a podcast, people eat it up.
This is a great time to launch something. Like, if we're gonna get marketing about it,
girl, get to it. You know, at least something small.
No, and that's why she's on like a podcast tour. She's done, I think, like 4 so far, and I listened to all of them, or 3.
Everyone keeps thinking she's gonna be on Call Her Daddy, but I don't know. I think that's a little bit of a reach.
I mean, she is getting on Mormon Wives. She's getting on Mormon wives stuff. Taylor Frankie Paul has commented. Ken Urich commented. Like, she's getting up there in the... I know. I would love this for her. I would love to see her on Call of Duty, because then she could be like...
Because, like, I think if she goes on there, she can't be like, I'm not talking about my... Like, you need to discuss things, I think, in my opinion.
To a degree, yes. She probably will. She probably will.
I think she needs to a little bit dig.
A little bit.
I think a little bit more than she has.
Yeah. And every podcast since the Pretty Basic one, she's... Well, that's not true. More. But she has revealed a little more. And that's because she was pissed off at him that during that period that this other one. I know, get her on a good one. But something with the mother-in-law also I didn't mention, and that's the straddling video. Like, it says like, but can his mom do this or something? And I was like, oh my god, this is like tea. Everything is tea.
The chaotic.
Like, I actually go on TikTok just to go to her page now.
That's insane.
I'm like, what chaos is she building up today? Like, I need to know.
I need to get obsessed with her, because I'm not like fully there. Like, I sent you a TikTok yesterday, I think, and I was like, okay,
I kind of get it.
The lore's kind of building.
No, it's actually insane that she could just like kind of fully dig in, and it is on her own accord, because this divorce came out like 8 months ago.
Yeah.
And now she's like, maybe I'll post about it now. Like, maybe I'll do a little, like, what I feel comfortable with, which I love.
Yeah, that's great.
It's not to be like, well, I'm going to make money off of it. And she's funny. She's like, I don't need money from these videos, babe. Like, period. I don't need this money. I'm like, yeah, girl, you just bought a house in California. Probably close to the beach. She's like in Newport or something.
All rich.
Not to, like, put her on. I have no idea where she actually lives. But, like, if I had to guess.
That's crazy. That's really crazy.
Costa Mesa energy.
Wow.
And it's a big old house. I'm like, how does she make that much money? And he didn't do anything. I know people want to hate, but I'm like, but she still loves him, so I'm not gonna hate on him.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm gonna be loyal to...
Also, we have no idea what happened.
We have no idea. But it's giving something with his mom. Something with his mom.
I think his mom just, like, hates her.
There's so many theories, like, oh my god, well, there's rumors that his family hates her because she's so bossy or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, they're so annoying. Yeah, grow up. But he used to be Mormon.
Oh, maybe that's part of the lore, is that, like... He's not Mormon anymore, and like, you know how they have like that whole like divinity thing, like
oh yeah, you're not going to heaven,
or like there's like levels to heaven or whatever.
I mean, if you get divorced, you're still going to heaven with those people.
You're going to like a smaller heaven. Like a different, like
a more confined heaven.
A more like lower tiered
not
heaven.
As exciting,
not like you're not getting like the
A-list treatment,
right? You're getting like C-list.
Yeah, it's very interesting to get inside that, like, and she's never been Mormon either. She doesn't identify as like ever. She's like, I've been to the church and stuff, and like my friends were, but
she never.
She's like, my mom was trying to figure out if she was, so I'd been to church with her, but I would not consider myself growing up Mormon. She's like, but I lived in a highly like Mormon populated area, so. Yeah. It's very interesting, guys. If you haven't looked at the lore, just like start by going to her TikTok. I think that's like a good place to start. Scroll back quite a bit.
Yeah, I tried. I did like a couple scroll downs.
Yeah.
I feel like it was not quite enough.
It wasn't enough.
So I need to do like a
or just listen to the Pretty Basic episode. That's a good,
yeah.
Like, this is where we're at.
That's true.
Things have grown since then.
That's true.
I just kind of, I'm like loving her. I'm like, I love this journey for you. You're keeping the privacy of your kids.
Yeah, you're just the face of like some type of chaotic
energy,
and I love that for you.
Yeah, and I do love it for her. So anyway, that's my Aspen rant.
Wow. Yeah, I still need to get into the lore more.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Have you seen? I forgot her fucking name.
TikTok?
Yeah, this woman who's like, I think she's Taiwanese, and she's extremely like rich. I don't know if it's real. But like her lore is like she's really rich.
Interesting. No.
And she has this like personal assistant / like bodyguard kind of guy. And his name's Kentucky.
No idea. His name is Kentucky.
Kentucky.
I
think that's how you say it.
Kentucky.
She's always like,
oh, no.
Kentucky, you want this? Okay, I take it. And then she's like, I'll pack this. Pack it up. Pack it up. She goes, I'll take it all.
What? Like at a store?
Like a Prada store.
Oh, I was like at Target, because we could totally make it at Target. Like, we should totally not mock her, but like
someone did that. But like,
dang it,
she has like
we missed it.
Thick accent, and she's just so cute, and she's always like so giving, and she's just like, for your girlfriend, okay, I'll take it. Give me two. And she'll be like, someone will bring something to her, and she's like, I already have this. but I'll get one for my sister. Can I have one? Pack it up. And she's just like, and she's always like, thank you, Kadegi.
That is hilarious.
Thank you, Kadegi. And she's like passing him like bags of like.
People like that exist. There's just no way.
It's just, I think it's a bit, but it's such a good bit. Like it's so.
It's a good one. Like it's a positive. It's happy.
Yeah, it's happy. It's like. It's giving like privileged woman, but
doing
not
good.
A complete asshole.
Doing good in the world.
She's cute. I love her.
I have not seen her.
I gotta show you her because she's like addicting to watch. I don't know why. It's so satisfying.
Like that's how she started. Like she's an older woman who just got on TikTok.
She's not older. She's literally like probably like 28.
Oh my god, maybe. What?
Yeah, she's like very young.
Sometimes I forget like we're a woman.
Yeah.
Woman. Okay, that's crazy.
That was one of my addictions lately. Also, I'm sure you've heard of what's his name? The Hey Girl.
Oh yeah, the guy that got that thing. You guys just showed me him. He does like the bits with that girl.
Yeah.
I forget it. Yeah, I forgot his name though.
They started talking normal and it's so weird.
Oh my god, weird.
It like fucking threw everyone out. Like, what are you doing?
So they stopped the voice entirely, or just every once in a while?
But just every once in a while.
Oh,
but
okay.
like it's come so randomly because you're like expecting that,
and then you're like,
hey girl, so like what? And I'm like, what is happening?
But they do the same bit.
Yeah, it's the same bit.
What?
And they're just laughing because they're like, this
we're doing
feels
normal now.
Not normal.
Oh my god,
it's really cute.
That's funny.
What else has been happening on my feed?
You were telling me something with an F or a V?
Huh?
I don't know. A show maybe?
Oh, this isn't TikTok, but Agatha All Along.
Agatha, there you go.
Agatha All Along.
It's giving.
Have you seen WandaVision, right?
Most of it. I didn't have Disney.
I never did. I thought you did.
Okay, no. I didn't have. I had a boyfriend who had Disney, and then I didn't have a boyfriend who had Disney.
Got it. So it's like the sequel to Agatha.
I've seen,
because I mean billboards. Not to spoil it if you've never seen WandaVision.
Here's your out now, skip ahead.
But like apparently she Agatha tries to steal Wanda's like powers, and Agatha's like a witch.
Okay.
She tries to steal her like powers, and so she Wanda basically puts her in like this like realm of like where she has to live
like a hell. Like a personal health?
As a personal health to her. Like she took all her magic, so she's no longer like a witch, and she has to live in the suburbs, and like it's this whole thing.
Kind of giving.
So the show is like her trying to get back power, but in order to get back power, she has to like.
But she's evil, so we're rooting for her. But she's evil.
Oh. Yeah. Antagonist. What's the word?
Antagonist?
Is that the word though?
Yeah.
Like when
she's technically the antagonist,
and she's an anti-hero basically. Like.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Antagonist made more sense to me, but
yeah. Anyway. She's an anti-hero.
Okay, anti-hero.
So you're like rooting for her. So she's trying to get her like powers back, and she has to like get a coven of witches to go down this what's called the witch's road.
Okay, kind of giving Sabrina,
yeah,
Teenage Witch kind of vibe, yeah.
And the road basically like tests these witches, like, and like brings out like their biggest fears in each other, and like. It's so interesting. It's so cute.
Okay, well...
And there's, like, LGBT lore.
Oh, sapphic or just LGBT?
Sapphic lore.
I don't know what it is, but everyone's saying sapphic now. I'm like, is this, like, a trend that came out? Or is it, like...
I think it's just, like...
Now that my mind's been open to it and, like, defined, I'm like, oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
I think it's just because, like, people are so accustomed to saying, like, things are, like... more specifically like gay and like gay is attributed to men, and so like women wanted something to, I don't know, not that it didn't exist. It's not new, but I think it's more like used more frequently now as an actual like part of vocabulary.
That makes more sense to me, because I was like, have I just been in the dark? Like someone turned the lights on finally. Jesus Christ.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, anyway, well, we love that. We love a little sapphic side note.
What's her name? I can't think of her name right now. Oh my god, what's Logan's
what is she
obsession?
Oh, Aubrey Plaza.
Aubrey Plaza.
Wait, she's in it?
The love interest.
That's kind of weird. I don't know that I see Aubrey Plaza in a show like that.
Sometimes I don't, and then I'm like, she's doing it.
You said, I mean, she's in it.
She's in it. I love her.
Is that why you guys started watching it? Be for real.
I think so, but I also saw so many like fucking billboards, and I was like, oh, this looks really fun. And also,
it's very spooky.
I love Kevin, like. Yeah, like last year after we went to the Goosebumps thing, I was obsessed with watching Goosebumps.
Oh yeah, did we finish it?
I think I finished the show.
I don't remember now.
I might have not finished the last 2 episodes.
Yeah, because they came out in batches, right?
Yeah, I was obsessed, dude. It was so good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to finish that if I didn't.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to find out if I did.
It actually got really good. I did. I just got tired of waiting every week. So like now I think I just gotta binge the rest of it. Wow. But it's a cute show. You should watch it. I think they're on episode like
Wait, it's on Disney?
6, I think. Agatha? Yeah. Do you not have it?
I think I use my sister's, so
I use Brittany's.
I believe, yes.
It's a good show though.
Speaking of like mystical stuff, I just started reading the series Court of Thorn and Roses. Very good. If you're into, okay, listen, disclaimer, don't read the book if you're really sensitive to sexual assault, maybe. There isn't, in my, it's like a touchy subject, right? In my opinion, I personally don't think it crosses a line for me to not enjoy the book.
Got it.
I wouldn't say it's like, which, you know, there's levels, I guess you could say, to assault. To me, it doesn't like surpass a level that I'm uncomfortable with, I guess. To me, it's giving fantasy. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. But that was the first book, and then now I'm on the second book, but there's like 4, I think, and I literally can't put the book down.
I need to read that.
It's you can I don't read have the first
like a book
one
that I'm like wanting to read right now.
Okay, I'll give you the first one. I should have brought it, but like,
period.
You should see if you like it, because I think some people might not. But I've never read a book, like I didn't read Twilight, I didn't read, kind of read Harry Potter, but like not all of it. So I'm like, never been so fascinated by that lore. Yeah. So
yeah, I can see that.
If you guys have read it, oh my god, let's talk about it. It's my new obsession. Another obsession, Tell Me Lies.
I don't have Hulu. I don't have Hulu, so I can't be a part of the lore. God. I know. I'm really upset because
they changed that whole rule about houses and stuff too. Like like you can't share pass. Yeah, no, they continued it. Yeah, like they're maintaining that house rule or whatever.
I wonder.
But anyways.
I just can't afford another fucking like.
I wonder how much it is for like the base, because it's like a Hulu show. Like it's not like a show with TV
has ads. That's the fucked up part.
Mine does too.
Oh really?
Which is so fucked.
That's fucked.
Like so fucked
Maybe
up.
I'll look into it again, because I feel like
maybe it's like $3.99. I'm dreaming.
I think now they have a Hulu Disney bundle though.
And you said Brittany, get it.
Brittany.
Brittany, if you're listening to this, please.
I already told her
she would love that. Like, she would love Tell Me Lies.
We can share a Netflix because we're so close.
No, I feel like forever. No,
Netflix.
They'll catch you.
They were the first ones to do the
house thing.
God, I think it's like IP address.
That makes sense.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways,
I can't think of any more like lore that I'm thinking about right now, like pop culture. I mean,
I know what you're gonna say.
Maybe I shouldn't.
No, I mean, say it's current. I'm not trying to laugh because the thing is funny. It's us. Our behavior is funny. Just a glass of wine. Forgive us. I need to put my smile away, dude. Oh my god. It's not funny. It's not funny. You know what? Let's just not say it. I feel like we're gonna build hate.
That's a weird way to end things.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird spot to put us.
I'm trying to think of anything else currently. Oh, the Charlie album. Did you listen to it?
I haven't listened to it in full. I've listened to a couple songs. I have. I need to.
Did you?
I know. Did I?
Did you listen to the original, Brett? Did you hear my voice, Brett?
No, I didn't. Thank you for asking. Moving on. I should have too. I really should. The Menendez Brothers.
Oh my god.
Love Is Blind. There's so much.
Diddy. There's so much to talk about. Maybe this is a part 2.
Yeah, maybe we catch up on pop culture once more later.
Finish the Menendez Brothers.
Yeah, Menendez. Did you watch the whole?
I watched the whole series, and the documentary. How do you feel?
I'm such an empathetic person. I'm like, I mean, they don't deserve life.
I think they need to get out.
It
was self-defense, in my opinion.
Imperfect self-defense, though.
I've felt that, yes, of course.
Because I don't think there was an actual threat. I don't think their parents were actually going to kill them. Personally.
Okay, but
wasn't there.
Why are we defining, not to you, but like, why are we defining a threat as death when like the threat was rape? Mm-hmm. Which is, in my opinion, fucking almost worse because you have to live in it. Like,
yeah, that's fair. It's a fair point. That's a good angle.
Me as a lawyer
to look at things. No, literally, what the fuck, lazy. I meant Leslie Abramson, but I said lazy because I shortened her. Just kidding. No, she seems like she really cared about them. But her recent statement was a little weird.
It's a little weird.
A little bit like, well, the court's decided. And I'm like, well, you got a lot of money, girl, when the court's decided still. And they're in jail.
I didn't hear that statement. I heard her like talking to somebody who
at the end of the series. Oh, what'd she say to that person?
Oh, at the series.
The end of the series, she was like,
maybe not even her statement. Maybe that's like dramatized. Like that's
maybe.
Yeah, but she didn't she also say like justice would have been not having my client free
when the trial, like when it was decided in that moment.
They decided.
No, I know, but she's also like millions of dollars richer.
Yeah, true.
So it's kind of like ethically that's hard.
Crazy that Kim Kardashian though.
Yeah, everyone's kind of pissed about it. Why? Not everyone, but like people are like, why is she? I'm like, she's kind of in that space now, guys. I don't know if you know this, but she's in that space now.
She's like trying to be a lawyer.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if you guys know this, but she like passed the bar.
Baby bar, not the bar yet.
Oh no, what's the baby bar?
The baby bar is like the precursor. I think I don't know.
We don't know. We're not lawyers.
Brie,
my girl Brie, can you please step in and tell us where Kim is at in that process?
But no, she. I don't know why people are upset about that. Like, I just feel like
people just think she's like a stupid.
Even if she wasn't in law, though, like I think her having such a influence and being, she's also like she's done so many other cases. Why the fuck are you saying that anyway? Not to be like a Kim stan. I don't really like care all that much, but like I just feel like that's so dumb. I thought it was really cool of her to do that, in my opinion. I thought it was cool. Also, the actor, what's his name?
Eric. Oh, Eric. They're so sexy. Both of them so hot.
You think Lyle's hot?
Like the actor?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't
say no.
Right. Right. Eric the actor is happily married.
Is he gay?
To a man. Yes.
Yeah, he's
to
gay.
a man. Yeah, and he's I mean, he could be. I'm like, whoa. There's still hope for me.
He's married, girl, and specifically with a man.
I'm just kidding. Anyway,
he's so cute. At first, many times I was like,
no, he's so cute. They're such good actors. I will say the series is like controversial. Little.
I do think that it did its job of creating awareness and more buzz for them, because I honestly don't think that they would be getting a second attempt at,
I'm very curious to know what this new evidence is.
Apparently it's a letter.
It's a letter
that describes the abuse in a way,
like prior to all of this. Probably because that's everyone's gripe of like, well, why didn't they tell them soon? And I'm like, the layers, you guys. So the layers. I always hate that fucking excuse. Yeah, it's not a good one.
No.
I'm like, do you know how many unreported rapes there are? Right.
But back to the Kim going. She brought, I don't know his name, but the actor that played Eric with her, and he met the Menendez brothers. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
He met them, and he was just like, he was so respectful in this interview when he was like talking about it. He was just like, I think they're like amazing people. They're such great men. Like, they have done so much in their community, and they're just so, he was just speaking so highly of them. And he was like, they were like, well, what did they think about when you told them about the series? And he was like, they didn't really like it, and I respect their opinions about it. Like, I couldn't imagine being in their position of like having this like very televised situation, like a
dramatized version of your
life and the abuse that they endured. And I don't know, it was just so cool to hear like him speaking also on like, it. As like going through, like, not to be like, because I went to acting class, but like going through acting class, like
it's giving like the, well, I've been to Europe.
Yeah, no.
I love it though. Anyway. Yeah.
But because I went to acting class, I feel like I like learned a lot about like what it takes to like
be in that space.
Be in the space of like learning about the person that you're trying to
the role and
to take on. Like, and I just can't imagine like his space and like what he had to do to like connect to his character and then have to actually meet the person. Like, that's so insane.
It's very interesting, especially when you're not sure what's true or not. It's very of like what he's acted on. I never have to use this word.
It's very meta.
So meta. Literally. Go on. I forgot what I was gonna say about them.
You said it's very crazy that.
Oh, I mean, I just think it's interesting that they want to argue that prisons are like rehabilitative or whatever, but then we send people for like life. Yeah. And like, sure, some people maybe do deserve that. Some people maybe are not.
But also, like, there's no rehabilitation there. You're still not. That's also. They're just prisoners.
I think we just have no like KPIs. If I'm gonna be like, there's no measure of success. Yeah. In prison, like. Yeah. Are they doing well, or are they just doing fucking horrible?
You know what that reminds me of? I'm gonna off tangent, but not really. But like, I had just seen. I think we told you about it, but like recently we had seen a movie called Sing Sing. Well, first of all,
No.
Step members. Hi.
Stand up.
AMC does this thing called Screen Unseen.
Oh yeah, you get to see like a random movie.
It's like a mystery movie, and you go. We went, and it was this movie called Sing Sing, which is now fully out and whatever. But like, it's about like this group of men in a prison of men.
Oh, I think you did tell me about it.
Like, end up going and doing like a theater program inside the prison, and it just changes their fucking lives. And 2 of them get to come out, and it's crazy what like these small things like in these communities like really does for them. I don't know. I feel like those are measures of success, but I also don't think the prisons are specifically putting those things into place. It's like
also not capable of it in terms of
that too.
So many things.
It's like the one-off teacher who really wanted to push this and put their time into teaching prisoners, like versus like having something in place that really like helps. I don't know. Like
just watching Orange is the New Black, and it's a bunch of prison guards who are horrible. Freedom Riders, yeah. Also, on your tangent, last thing, we went to the museum that I was telling you about in Amsterdam, and they talked about nursing homes and like how they did like basically an experiment on like bringing people out of a nursing home who were dying and put them into more of a like home kind of like environment where like there's a kitchen, people are cooking, and they said people with no appetites, the second people started cooking, like they got an appetite because of the smells of like cooking, and like they just like instantly improved because of like the community and like the aspect of like feeling like you're in a home as opposed to like in a bed being served like your cold food or whatever food, shitty food.
You feel like almost like a zoo animal. I'm sure, 'cause you're just getting fed.
Like what's the point of living? You kind of get in that probably mindset. So
it
is crazy.
True. On a similar note, it's like I feel like the opposite also happens though, when like you're just stuck at home and living with like just your family in close quarters, like, and you don't really go outside much. I think also there's a lack of like building community or seeing others of your age living life as well,
like going out activities.
That's why I feel like bingo nights and things like that are really important, like, to be honest, because you get to see other people that are like, also like you're seeing other people who are like, oh yeah, I just lost a friend, and death becomes more normal, and like all of these things,
going through similar things. It's like going out to bars is our thing right now.
It's our thing right now.
And one day it's gonna be bingo night. Hopefully it's, I mean, bingo night sounds kind of cool.
That sounds cool. I feel like I would really like it. Not us like creating a new version of bingo night, because considering our Friendsgiving episode,
we can't get into that. We're cut off.
Okay, we're trying to keep these short, so we're gonna nip into the bed right now. But if you really enjoyed this episode or enjoyed the episodes from this week, please let us know. Engage with our socials, engage with whatever platform you are listening or watching on, and we'll catch you guys next week. Bye.